The millionaire sat on the cold stone bench, staring at the names etched into the memorial wall, his breath trembling in the winter air. His daughters' names were carved side by side, flowers lay beneath them, untouched and frozen. He came here every dawn, trying to understand how the world kept spinning when his had stopped. But this morning was different. This morning someone else stood watching him, a thin, shivering homeless girl, whose eyes carried a softness he hadn't seen in months. She stepped closer, hesitating. She looked too young to understand grief, too tired to belong anywhere. But when her voice broke the silence, it landed like a stone in water. "Sir," she whispered, "those girls, they live on my street." The millionaire's head snapped up. He searched her face, confused, startled, suddenly awake. His daughters had been gone for a year. What could she possibly mean? Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're re-watching from. I love knowing who's listening. He rose slowly, his heart pounding, torn between anger and desperate hope. She tightened her thin jacket and looked away, as if afraid of what she'd started. She hadn't meant to hurt him. She only wanted him to know the truth, the kind no one had cared to notice. The girl's name was Amina, 14 years old. Homeless not by choice, but by circumstance. She had learned how to survive in shadows, how to read danger in footsteps, and how to speak only when absolutely necessary. Yet today, she felt compelled to tell a grieving man something she'd held onto for weeks. She told him about the street behind the abandoned textile factory, a place where kids played among broken glass and burnt trash cans. 2 girls had shown up there every afternoon, dressed in clothes to clean for that part of town. They shared their snacks with the younger kids and never gave their names. Amina had watched them from afar, recognizing their laughter, the same laughter she had once heard on the news in a story about 2 missing sisters. Billionaire's world tilted. The possibility clawed at him, terrifying, fragile but alive. But doubt followed quickly. Was she mistaken? Was this hope nothing more than a cruel mirage? The moral weight pressed down on him? Was it right to trust a child who lived in the streets, or wrong not to? Amina sensed his hesitation. Her voice shook. "I know what people think of me, but I don't lie, sir. Not about something like this." Her honesty hit him harder than her words. They moved quickly toward the old district, the wind turning sharper as they crossed under broken streetlights. Amina led him through alleyways she knew by heart, where cats scattered and doorways hid quiet dangers. With each step, tension climbed like a heartbeat racing toward a breaking point. The millionaire's hands trembled, not from cold, but from the weight of what he might find or fail to find. When they reached the factory ruins, Amina motioned for him to stay low. Children played in the far corner, their voices echoing off graffiti-covered walls. A burst of laughter, clear, familiar, drifted through the emptiness. He froze. No, it couldn't be. A group of children parted, revealing 2 girls drawing chalk flowers on the concrete. The chalk was pink, his youngest daughter's favorite color. Their hair was longer now, their clothes different, but their faces. He stumbled forward. A gasp escaped him, raw and broken. The girls looked up. First confusion, then disbelief, then Daddy. They ran to him, tears streaking their faces, and he caught them with arms that had forgotten what it felt like to hold hope. The reunion drew the attention of everyone around them. The children fell silent, watching with wide, uncertain eyes. Then a murmur spread, building into something like applause, soft, hesitant, then full and warm. Later, as authorities were called and explanations unraveled, the truth emerged. The girls had been taken but escaped, finding refuge among the forgotten corners of the city. They survived because someone had shared food, given them space, and never asked questions. Amina had watched over them from a distance, protecting them in the only way she could. When all calmed, the millionaire approached Amina. She looked ready to disappear back into the shadows. But he didn't let her. "You saved my daughters," he said, voice thick with emotion. "Now let me save you." For the first time in a long time, Amina allowed herself to hope. Because kindness doesn't vanish, it waits, and it finds its way back. And as the sun rose over the abandoned street, the light touched the memorial wall far behind them. The same place where a grieving father had believed he was alone until a homeless girl reminded him that miracles sometimes wear worn-out shoes. Thank you for listening to this story. If it touched your heart, let me know in the comments and subscribe for more powerful stories from around the world.